Hello, I'm Father Jim Gardiner, and I'm talking to you from the Franciscan Monastery of the Holy Land here in Washington, D.C. We knew it was going to be an uphill struggle, maybe even a losing battle, but we were game for it. I'm talking about Advent, that season in which we prepare for Christmas. The church gives us a season. It's a very ancient season, and it bids us to do two things during that season. First, to remember Christ's second coming, believe it or not, at the end of time. And the second thing, to remember the time that Christ did come in time, in human history, breaking into human history, changing human history forever. The stores, the malls, the shopping centers, all these things, they do a jump start on Christmas, and that overwhelms Advent. Some of them even starting as back as early as Labor Day, some even before that. But we keep the season of Advent. It's a special season, and we keep the season to prepare ourselves for the coming of Christ. These latter days, this last 10 days prior to Christmas, is a special time when we focus on Christ's eruption into human history, his coming into history, his birth at Bethlehem. And so one of the things that we need to do in these few days is to prepare ourselves for Christmas. How are we going to celebrate it? You know, back in the year 1223, St. Francis, he was trying to figure out what was he going to do for Christmas. And what he did was, he said he called his friend John, a friend of his who did a lot of work for him, and he said, "John, I want to do something special." And he gave him some ideas, and John found a cave there in a place called Greccio, and he brought in an ox and an ass, and he brought in some hay, and on the night of Christmas Eve, what happened? All the townsfolk came together. And what happened is that Francis created something special that night, a custom, a tradition that we know now as the creche, this representation of the birth of Jesus. He did something special, and what did the Lord do in return? Francis's biographer says that the Christ child was reborn in the hearts of many who had forgotten him. With Christmas on the horizon, it's time to really double down and prepare for the celebration of the birth of Christ, the eruption of Christ into human history. And we can do that even though we have a lot of other things to do, lists that we've made that don't get any shorter day by day. If we have a lot of other, put on that list and at the top of that list to somehow prepare for Christ's birth in a special way. Do something special. Why? So that the Christ child can be reborn in your heart and in the hearts of all those with whom you come in contact. Prepare for Christmas. It's on the horizon. I'm Father Jim Gardiner at the Franciscan Monastery of the Holy Land. Hope to see you during the Christmas season. You're always welcome.